Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. It's me, Antonio, back with another video today for you guys. Out having an interesting day. Go out and experience the world a little bit. Legs feeling a whole lot better. So, out back on my usual strolls and shooting my videos and things. So yeah, I had an interesting day. I didn't feel like cooking today, so I went out and grabbed some things, and I decided I wanted to have me a good McDonald's lunch today. Again, we all know the American satanic diet and how fast food is bad for you, but sometimes we like to have a reprieve. Sometimes we like to pig out on a meat lover's pizza every now and then. So I've been eating home cooked meals for the longest, pretty much. So McDonald's is something that I rarely do. I'll probably go to a McDonald's maybe once every 3 or 4 months, just because maybe I have to or something, or just to remind myself how bad the food is. I always regret it afterwards. So today I was trying to be slick. I was like, maybe I'll just go and get some French fries and like a McChicken sandwich, less than $5. I didn't really want to pig out or anything, especially not on McDonald's of all things. But just to show you the way God works, and to show you where you get tested and you can't move back on your spiritual expansion when it comes to cleansing your body and keeping your temple pure and things like that, and not eating fast foods and things like that. So I go in there, I order my food, and I swipe my credit card, so everything's paid for. So I'm waiting. It actually took them a minute to actually take my order. So I'm in there waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting. So I decide to sit down in the lobby, a display of, okay, how long am I going to be waiting? Because, you can't eat in fast food places nowadays. They took all the chairs out, so, unless they have, they're one of those restaurants that have built-in seating and things like that. That's the only way you can sit down. So I sit down in the lobby like, okay, I'm here. How much longer am I going to have to wait? But I'm not saying anything. I'm not even giving that look of why is it taking so long. So finally I decided to go back in front of the cash register and just stand in front of them. So you know how they have the whole opening in the fast food restaurant where you can see how they're cooking and things like that. So I stand there for another 5 minutes. So I've already been waiting 5 minutes for them to take my order. Wait another 5 minutes for them to call my number or cook or something. Then I have to stand another 5 minutes in front of the register in order for one of them to ask me what's going on. Now, I'm pretty sure they're aware that, being only one of the 2 or 3 people in the main lobby, that I've been waiting on French fries and a freaking McChicken sandwich. Now, McDonald's, the way they grew themselves and they pride themselves on is being able to get a burger out of the freezer onto the frying pan and into the hands of the consumer in under 60 seconds, right? That was the starters and the owners of McDonald's overall goal and mission. That's why they're so big today. Over a billion smiles a day, right? Feed people all over the world. So why is it taking 15 minutes for a fast food restaurant to produce my food? And then it makes me even madder because it's like I've already paid, I've already spent my money, so now I have to wait. I actually have to wait on you guys to give me my food. And then by the time my sandwich is done, which as I'm listening, it's 10 minutes into me in this restaurant still waiting. No one still hasn't, because I'm listening to the orders. I'm that anal. I pay attention to stuff like that. I'm very aware. I'm very keen on mindfulness. I'm hearing them calling out the orders, and it's 10 minutes into me waiting in that lobby. Still, I don't hear anyone mention a McChicken sandwich or to fix a McChicken sandwich. The funny part, oddly enough about it, as soon as I walked into the McDonald's, I heard someone ordering a McChicken sandwich, or them yelling out order for a McChicken sandwich with extra mayo on it. So I'm just sitting there waiting, and it is a restaurant full of black chicks and things like that. All wearing the same hairdo, looking like they all went to the same hairdresser and all spent their 2 weeks check to get this extra long hair that they don't need inside this place. Even the one Karen that was standing behind me, one of them was getting off their shifts, and this one actually looked like a manager. She wasn't involved with my order or anything like that, but her whole bust was showing. Like, you're supposed to be a manager, but your shirt is like, it looks like mine. It's all buttoned down. There's certain things women can't do and certain things women can do and can't do. There are their double standards, but their double standards are there for a reason. And it's like, you're the manager, and everyone in the store, outside of the store, can see your breast, can see your red bra. So the Karen says something, looking at her, and then the manager that's walking out, she's like, "Oh, I didn't know. Nobody said anything to me." Like, what street you grew up in? What neighborhood you grew up in? What school you went to? And then me, I'm trying to make an excuse in my head where it is hot in here. She does have to have her shirt open. But then I'm also on the other side, I'm like, yeah, like, why are you, this isn't anything new. Like, why are you walking around your job? You're supposed to be one of the managers, and like everyone in the lobby can actually see your breasts. Your breasts are exposed. So even the Karen had to call out some of the BS. She's in there trying to ask me questions, but I'm like, I don't want to know you. I don't want to meet anybody new today. I'm just trying to figure out, and I'm watching the clock. I'm a smart person. I wasn't in there recording them or anything like that so they can get upset or taking any pictures. I just watched my clock. I'm listening to music. I'm looking at the clock on my phone, and you know it's long because music's supposed to help you pass the time. So when you're waiting, listen to 2-3 songs go by and you still haven't had your order yet. It's like, okay, I'm watching the time on my receipt. And matter of fact, I'll upload my receipts onto my social network, probably Facebook. But, again, I'm looking at the receipt, the time on the receipt, it says like 2:19 or something like that, or 2:17 or something like that. And then, after I go give my whole spiel about, I'm standing here, and it didn't take me a long time. I didn't raise my voice at them. I'm like, yo, I've been in the lobby almost 15 minutes waiting on French fries and a McChicken sandwich. French fries will always be cooking at McDonald's. There should never be a shortage. No one should never have to wait on French fries. Even with cooking the sandwiches and all that stuff should not take long. Then by the time they fix your order and your sandwich is ready, your French fries are cold. Like, I just told the manager, I had them call the manager. I was like, I'm not here to argue with you. I'm not here to, complain or anything. I just need my money back. One of the girls in the back the girl that took my order, she was like, oh, I don't like people like that. And I had called her. I'm like, first of all, you took my order almost 15 minutes ago. I'm waiting for French fries here in your lobby. Like, are you serious? Like, that's not right. She wanted to continue talking, but I started to brush her off. I'm like, see, you want to argue or whatever the case may be. You're supposed to be in here working. If you guys were in here working, then it shouldn't take almost 15 minutes for you to serve me French fries that should already be done and make a sandwich that should take 1 minute, 2 minute tops for you to make. So those are the experiences that I have. Again, Spirit showing me that I shouldn't be shopping at McDonald's anyway. You shouldn't be doing the things that you're not supposed to be doing, and you wouldn't run into all these bad karma. So that's it. You can't run away from your destiny. Karma is going to, these tests and everything are going to pop up in your life. It was actually a very, I didn't get emotional or triggered or anything like that. And I'm starting to learn to, not get overly excited in those types of situations and things like that. And I was never that type of person. It's just now that I've been coming to my spiritual awakening and I'm noticing these things more and more. And I can't hold that spirit back of calling stuff out. It's like, yep. And it's been crazy all month long. The month's not over yet. All month long, I've been catching cashiers double charging me on different shopping items that I purchased. Noticed all types of things with banks where I had to have them. Man, a couple nights ago, I thought my account was negative. I had to double check it again, make some phone calls, and then it goes back into the positive. So it's been all types of weird, strange things that you have to pay attention to, or you have to catch, or the system will take advantage of you. It's there for a reason. Govern yourselves or you will be governed. I'm not gonna let a fast food restaurant that I've grown up in over the years that I've witnessed, it takes less than 5 minutes for them to give you your food, unless it's rush hour or something like that. But even in rush hour business districts, it takes less than 10 minutes for a McDonald's or a Wendy's or whatever, or Burger King, to give you your food. Pollo Tropical and these things like that. Pub subs, waiting in Publix lines. But then again, this is McDonald's. McDonald's has their reputation for a reason. It should not take you almost 15 minutes. And then I have my receipt, my other receipt, I have my refund receipt that shows the time it took them to process my receipt. So it's about a 15-minute difference. And then they tried to bring my food out when, before, they was going to issue my receipt. And I was like, no, I don't even want the food at this point, because I done called y'all out. You got a back room full of angry black females out there. I don't know what y'all going to do to my food. I don't know if y'all going to spit in my food or whatever, what y'all can do. I mean, the French fries are cold at this point. I don't want to just refund my money. I don't want to argue about it. I don't want to do any of that stuff. So they issued my money, my credit back to my credit card. And that was it. That was the learning experience for me for today. So that's going to be my one McDonald's visit for the year. Yeah, man, I don't know if it's going to be more training or more knowledge that's going to need to be had, because people order things, or they spend a lot of money at these fast food restaurants and places like that. And, they forget to give you straws. They forget to give you napkins. They get your order wrong. So it's like, do you need some additional extended training? Like hospitality, do we need to send these people off to hospitality school or technical school for a year or something, so that they know how to properly handle, food and things like that? Like, wow, it's strange how often you would go to like Pollo Tropical or some place like that, and they would forget to give you your forks and spoons. Some places require you to bring your own, but it's just certain little small minor inconveniences like that. Like, the whole point of a fast food restaurant is to get in and out really quick. Why are we going into fast food restaurants in 2020 when everything is supposed to be automated, and it's taking 3 times the time to make an order or process the order? It's the people. The people are not paying attention, and the people are not using the tools the way they're supposed to use. When I'm at work, I'm not arguing with the customer. You don't have an attitude about me telling you about how the services is being delivered, especially if I'm spending my money. McDonald's meals are $6, $7, $8, $9, sometimes pushing $10. People out here spending money on food that's so unhealthy, when they can take that same money and go out to a restaurant and eat better quality food for the same price. Like, people are out here buying McDonald's meals for $7 and $8 when you can go sit down. You can go have a sit down at IHOP or go have a sit down at TGI Fridays. Granted, the whole point is you may be on a run, and it may be just a fast food stop, and you might not have that half hour to sit down. But you could take that same amount of money. You could go to places like Chipotle, Chick-fil-A, Panda Express, instead of ordering regular Chinese food that's loaded with soy and sodium. I mean, everything has sodium in it, but you want to try and limit these things versus going to a regular Chinese restaurant. Try going to a Panda Express, or something like that. Or, instead of going to like a McDonald's or Burger King, try going to like a Char Hut or like a Five Guys or something like that. Get some better quality food in your system. Man, it's not good always eating this fast food, all this junk all the time. If you're not cleansing yourself on a daily basis, you're definitely gonna have an issue with your life. Again, that's your confidence. Confidence moves the future forward. If humanity is not confident in itself, we cannot progress. We cannot move the culture forward. Without confidence, there's certain ways of building confidence. Your eating habits, your weight, and your body size, and all those things are indications of how you're gonna feel throughout your life or live throughout your life. So you got to take care of yourself. If you're fat, you're gonna be angry, you're gonna be heavy and upset, and you're not gonna feel good, and you're gonna be groggy and things like that. These are just natural symptoms. You know, if you eat sugar all the time, you're gonna have headaches. You know, these are different symptoms and signs. You know, even being too skinny. When you're if you're too skinny, you know what happens when wintertime comes around. You're too cold. You know, so there's different times and there's seasons, and there's reasons why you gain weight and you lose weight. And the human body, mind, and soul fluctuates. You just got to be able to ride the waves in a positive way. Again, these foods that we eat, they make you feel a certain way. They make you think a certain way. The amount of weight you put on, they make you sleep a certain way. They make you move a certain way, you know. Being 250 pounds, 350 pounds, you're ruining your sleep. First of all, you're crushing your bed. You're damaging your bed. I mean, you don't realize it, but you're slowly damaging your bed over time with all that weight, you know. It's just true. It's honesty. I mean, there's no form of true honesty that I can tell you more than that. I mean, you're damaging and you're ruining your bed. Your bed is supposed to give you leverage and comfort. When you're overweight and you're damaging the hinges and damaging the legs of your bed, then you want to try to put books and bricks under your bed and all these things. Sometimes you even put dents inside the middle of your bed and just cave the bed in. That's ruining your sleep. You're overweight. Your bed can't even get sleep. And then you wake up in the morning and it's like, now I have to go through this whole entire day because I didn't get any adequate rest, adequate sleep. Plus I have to carry around this extra 150 pounds that I should not have had on my body in the first place. I'm going to be angry, upset, lethargic, hungry all day, unmotivated. So, you know, people just have to pay attention to the things that they're doing and the ways that they're using their bodies. You know, there is manifestation in a positive way and there's manifestation in a negative way. You know, people make mistakes all the time. People dive head first into things that they don't understand a lot. You know, that's negative manifestation, man. That's shadow work. You know, you got to be able to maintain a constant state of calmness so that, you know, you can process these different energies. But that's all I wanted to talk to you guys about today. Watch the fast food. The more you cook at home, the healthier and the less money you'll spend. The less crazy people you'll come across, you know. It's a form of stress, cooking as well. You know, it's mastery. You learn more about yourself. And the more that you know about yourself, the more things that you can accomplish in life. That's about it. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one.